In this video, we will discuss knapsack problem again. We have already discussed knapsack problem in greedy technique and dynamic programming, but now we will discuss knapsack problem with branch and bound technique. So we know the knapsack problem. There are n number of objects, say x1, x2, so on up to xn, and each of the objects will be having some weight, say w1, w2, so on up to wn, and each of the object will be having some profit or value or price, say v1, v2, so on up to vn, and we are given a knapsack or a bag of some capacity, say capital W. So in this, we need to select the objects or items such that the profit gained will be maximum. That is the objective function. The profit gained or the value we are getting from by filling the knapsack is maximum. That is the objective function. And the constraint is we should not exceed the capacity of the bag. This is what we had discussed earlier also, and the same constraints apply here. But we are not considering partial objects, or we are not considering the fractions of objects as we had discussed in greedy technique. We are considering the whole objects here. So we can say that it is 0 over knapsack problem. So we need to find the subset of given set of items which will fill the bag with a maximum capacity, the maximum profit or value gained. So how we can solve this using branch and bound? Here again we need to go for state space tree, and we will go on including the items. So a label I will say us whether that ith item is included or not in the bag. If we include, what is the profit we are going to get? That is what we are going to construct in state space tree. And to construct state space tree or branch and bound technique, we need to have some upper bound. So here upper bound we can calculate with this formula. This formula says us V, which is the value of the object what we are considering, plus the capacity of the knapsack W minus weight of that item what we are considering into the value of the next item by the weight of the next item. So this will give us profit to weight ratio or value to weight ratio, because we had seen that in dynamic programming we were considering the items in this way. That is value to weight ratio. We are going to find it. Then we are arranging them in the descending order so that per unit object value of that object will be maximum when we are including it. That we can get it by arranging the items in this order. That is value to weight ratio in the decreasing order of their value to weight ratio. If we arrange the items and we go on including the items with a maximum value to weight ratio, so that we are going to fill the bag with a maximum profit. So in this, we will take one example here. In this, there are 4 items given, 1, 2, 3, 4, and weight of each item is given. That is, it is say 4 kg. This is 7 kg. Second one, third one is 5 kg, and the fourth one is 3 kg. And value of each item is defined. That is, the first one is 40, second one is $42, third one is $25, and fourth one is $12. Very simple, small example is it. So then we need to find the value to weight ratio. Say value is 40, 40 divided by 4 is 10, 42 divided by 7 is 6, 25 divided by 5 is 5, and 12 divided by 4 is 4. We need to arrange them in decreasing order or non-increasing order. Of course, they are already there in decreasing order, 10, 6, 5, 4, so that we can go on the first item to the last item. We can go on including that in the back. So the objective function is we need to increase the value gained, and constraint is we should not cross the, or we should not exceed the capacity of the bag. And this is the upper bound function we are given with. So we will go on doing it, constructing the state space tree. So initially no objects are selected. So weight of the object is 0 and value of the object is 0. In one node of the state space tree, we are going to define weight, value of the item what we are going to include, and the upper bound at that instance of time. So to define the upper bound for this no items are selected. So the value of the item B is equal to 0 plus the capacity of the bag is given, that is 10 kg, say 10 minus weight 0 because we have not yet included any items, so it is 0 into value to weight ratio of next item. The next item what we are going to include is the first item, so it is 10. So this is replaced by 10. So 0 plus 10 into 10 is 100. So the root node upper bound is defined here, that is 0. Now we will go for including the first item. Say we are constructing this state space tree as a binary tree. The left node will be inclusion of the item, right node will be the exclusion of that item. In this way we are constructing. So if we include the first item, the weight of that item is 4 kg and the value of that item is $40. So we will find the upper bound for this. So upper bound is equal to B plus W minus W into BI plus 1 divided by BI plus 1. So value of the first item is 40 plus the weight of the bag is 10 minus weight of that item is 4. Weight of that item is 4 into the value to weight ratio of the next item to be included, that is 6. So 10 minus 6 is 6, 6 into 6 is 36, 36 plus 40 is 76. So upper bound for inclusion of the first item is 76. As this is branch and bound, we are going to find all the nodes in that label. This is breadth first search weight. So if we are not going to include the first item, what will happen? So again, weight is 0, value is 0 because not any items are included. And see that upper bound will not be 100 here. It is going to change now. So the value is 0, the item we have not yet considered, and weight of the bag or the capacity of the bag is 10 minus, we have not considered any item, so it is 0 into the next item to be considered is the second item because we are constructing it for the first item. So it is 6. So 10 into 6 is 60. Upper bound will be 60. Because it is a maximization problem, we are finding the upper bound. If it was a minimization problem, then we would have gone for lower bound. But here it is a maximization problem, so we are going for the upper bound. Then in the next level, so for these two nodes we need to go for the next level. Next we need to consider the second item. The second item, the weight is 7 and the value is 42 and the value to weight ratio is 6. So if we include this item, 7 plus 4 is 11, but the capacity of the bag given is 10. So it exceeds the capacity of the bag, so we cannot include this item. So we need not to find this value. It exceeds, or it is not a feasible solution because constraint is violated. Not feasible. We can say not feasible. We need to go for the next one, that is without the second item. Without the second item, the weight will be the first item's weight, that is 4, and value of the first item, that is 40. Now upper bound we need to calculate. We have to go for the next item, that is third item. So node 4 value will be the value of the item, the first item, that is 40 plus 10 minus weight of the first item, that is 10 minus 4 into value to weight ratio of the third item. Because this is rejected, second item is rejected, So that is what we need to calculate, which gives us 70. So upper bound will be 70. See that this is 65 and this is 70, which is greater than this value. So we will not go for this now. We will have to go further for this value. Then next we need to consider the fourth item. We need to consider the fourth item. Third item. Pound is equal to 70, what we have just constructed. Okay. Next, we need to consider the third item. The capacity of the bag is 10 and the value included is only first item. Only first item, that is 4. Now, if we include the third item, 5 plus 4 will be 9. 9 is still less than 10. So we can include this item. So weight is equal to 5 plus 4, that is 9. Value will be equal to 40 plus 25, that is 65. Now we need to calculate the upper bound. We need to calculate the upper bound. So upper bound will be value is 65 plus 10 minus the weight, that is 9, into the profit to weight ratio or value to weight ratio of the next item to be included, that is 4. So it gives us 65 plus 4, that is 10 minus 1, 9 is 1, 1 into 4 is 4, so it gives us 69. Then we will go for the without third item. What will happen? So weight will be 4, only first item is included, so weight will be 4, and value only first item is included, so value is 4. We have not included the second item and third item as well. We should think of fourth item, including the fourth item. That is how we can calculate the upper bound. So value of the first item is 40 plus 10 minus the weight of the first item, that is 4, into profit to weight ratio of fourth item, that is 4. So it gives us 10 minus 4 is 6, 6 into 4 is 36, 24. 6 into 4 is 24, 24 plus 40 is 64. So upper bound we are getting is 64. Then, so here we have included the first item and rejected the second item, included the third item. Included the third item. Is it possible to go for fourth item? We'll check for this now. So if we include the fourth item, this will be weight is 3. Already filled bag is having the first item with the weight how much, 4, and the second item is rejected, third item is included. So this one is 5. So 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus, if we include the fourth item, that weight will be 3. So 5 plus 4 plus 3 will be 12, which exceeds the capacity of the bag 10. So we cannot include the fourth item. So it is not feasible. Not feasible. So without the fourth item, so the upper bound will be 65. The value gained till now is 65. First and third item, that is 40 plus 25, that is 65, plus 10 minus 1. We have left with only 1 kg of the bag remaining capacity into the next item to be included. There are no next items, so it is 0. It is 0. So upper bound will be 65. Upper bound will be 65. See that till now whatever we have got, we cannot include still more objects because the capacity of the bag is 10. Already filled items which is 9. We cannot go further. And see that this is a maximization problem. Here we have got 64, which is still less than this value of 8 now. So it is inferior, which was the line node, but now we can terminate here because if we go further, we are not sure that we will get the better solution. So because upper bound itself here is 64, here it is 60, which is pi less than this one, so this is also inferior than node A. And C, there are no other live nodes available now. So this is the solution. This is the optimal solution what we are expecting. Say we have included the first item and the third item. So the solution will be, this is the subset paradigm problem. That is, we need to find the subset of given set. So first and third item we have included in the back. So the first item weight was 4 and the third item weight is 5. So we have filled the knapsack of capacity 10 with 9 kgs, and profit we have gained is 40 for first item and 25, that is $65. $65, which is the solution. This is how we can solve knapsack problem. This is just an instance, knapsack problem using branch and bound. By seeing this solution, you may observe that solving knapsack problem using branch and bound technique is not so good idea, because see that all the interior nodes of the state space tree will not give us a perfect component of the solution what we are going to consider. So it is, you can think of it as a just a method of learning theoretical importance, problem. But we can think of solving this problem using dynamic programming, or if fraction of the objects can be considered, then we can think of greedy method. Just it is of theoretical importance. This is how we can solve knapsack problem using branch and bound.